The Los Angeles Lakers lost opening night to the Portland Trailblazers. Nick Stauskas had like the game of his life.
Sauce Castile. Sorry. Continue.
Nah, you can continue with the ad-libs. That's cool. So here's what LeBron James had to say post-game.
We had some good, we had some bad, which is as expected for game one. Don't take patience from our team, from all of us, just to figure out one another, figure out what we're good at, figure out what we're not so good at, and how we can be better at it. So it was a good first test for us.
Overall, what did you think of the Lakers' team defense? Defensively, how do you think you guys played?
We had some good and we had some bad moments, and like I said before, so we're gonna watch film and get better at it.
What do you think the chemistry is now? How long does it take to, you think, get to the same?
Not as fast as you guys think it's gonna happen. It's not. I always kind of compare it, to like instant oatmeal. It's not that fast. It takes a while for the chemistry to get to where you can close your eyes and know exactly where your guys are.
All right, so we're now debating if he meant it or not. That's all that we picked up on. So, Brennan, if you can, go back to that last question after the white cross dissolve. At first, when he asked the question, he smirked.
He did.
I don't know if you picked up on it. He smirked. And then when he realized that everyone was gonna laugh, what LeBron did was he wanted to make them uncomfortable by pretending like he wasn't smirking. Do you have it? Yeah.
He did panda.
Just hit me with it when you have it.
Okay, let's
just hit me with it when you have it.
I don't have my glasses.
How long does it take to, you think, get to the same?
Not as fast as you guys think it's gonna happen. It's not. I always kind of compare it, to like instant oatmeal.
He had a smirk.
He did panda.
He had a smirk.
You know why?
He knew that he could put him in the bag, and he did. And I'm cool with it. I don't really care. I don't care at all.
I like the battle between media and players. It's
fun.
It's fun. It can be fun.
It's fun. It's fun when you're Robert Littal and you're in there.
It doesn't
It's
bother.
not fun when you're Mark Schwartz in there.
Hey, it's just like I say, it's a battle. It's a mental challenge.
The best that I've seen is Russell Westbrook against the media.
Now, here's the thing. A lot of media people, and I don't know why.
And then we'll get back to the Lakers.
Yeah, I don't know why. Just real quick.
Yeah.
They actually seem frightened to ask the questions.
1,000,000%.
And
Yes.
I don't really understand why. It's not like they're going to jump out and, punch you or anything. It's just I don't know if it's a job thing, like, you don't want to get embarrassed and then your boss calls you into the office or anything, but they literally seem, and I think, this is life. Let me give you guys a life lesson here. If you're asking anything of anybody, when you say it with confidence, no matter what you say, it sounds better than when you just kind of what you think about the chemistry.
Right. Another great example is when they ask the follow-up, like, what? And you're like, well, what I meant to say was, and then you're just like, nah, he got
with
you.
confidence.
Yes, absolutely.
What do you think about the chemistry? LeBron didn't look that great.
Did not look that great. So here's the full box score very quickly. When I said that Nick Stauskas had the game of his life, what was the name of that guy on the Broncos sidelines who was Vance Joseph having the time of his life? Like, that's what I would pull up if I had the audio for Nick Stauskas. So here's what Nick Stauskas did off the bench. Nick Stauskas 5 of 8 from 3. Yeah. He was in fuego. Like, if he has 2 points, this is a different ballgame. Nick Stauskas was the difference. Dame did his thing. CJ did his thing. Now, going to the Lakers, yes, much like the Chicago Bulls, much like a few other teams, when you have a new set of players playing together, you know what's going to happen? Growing pains. That's exactly what we saw. It was just exemplified because they were playing on primetime the last game of the second night of the NBA season, and there were only 3 games, and every NBA fan got to see 2 of them last night.
Right.
The other one that they didn't was the Miami Heat and the Washington Wizards. There were a few times where he thought Kyle Kuzma was going to pick and pop instead of rolling to the basket. That's when one went out of bounds. There was another time where he thought another Laker was going to cut to the basket when he had late in game, the no-look pass behind the back. No one was there, falling out of bounds. These are just growing pains that we're going to see. That's all that this is right now, and they will get it together. It's one game.
I know we got to talk about it because they're the Lakers and it's LeBron and everybody's excited and everything, but this is fairly simple. I mean, we saw this as they constructed their team. They got some good vets. They got LeBron. They have some good young players. They can't shoot. I mean, it's as simple as that. And people have asked them, hey, you don't have any shooters and Magic and all of them. It'll be okay. No, you got to be able to shoot the 3 in the NBA.
Yes.
They outplayed the Blazers in the paint, I would say with the hustle. I thought they did a great job on Lillard and McCollum, they made them. I mean, they didn't shoot very well. I mean, like you said,
it took CJ a little bit, but then he got it.
Yeah, Sauce Castillo, kind of lit him up. But in general, there's positive things. But in the NBA, the equalizer is the 3-point shot. Yes. And you can't, where they go? They started, 0 for 15?
0 for 15 until they hit one.
You can't win like that. And everybody's told them, hey, look, we're all, GMs in our, as Charles Barkley said.
1,000,000%. This is Monday morning quarterback.
In our grandma's basement with our drawers on. That's what Charles Barkley said.
Right.
But
or off if you like to do that thing.
Hey, be free. It's a free country. Well, kind of now. Anyway, but they got to be able to shoot. And I think that's going to be a recurring problem. I think that'd be fine, though.
All right, so when do they put in Svi Mikhailuk? When do they put him in just to space the floor and shoot some threes?
I think
you need it.
You talked about the growing pains. I think that's what it is, finding the guys that work the right mesh. I think right now, Josh Hart is much better than KCP. I think that's the first thing.
KCP had a bad game.
Yeah, but
he's a pretty good veteran.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
considering what he's done in the NBA, I don't think he's great.
That's like saying, your girlfriend is somewhat pretty. And nobody wants that. You want a somewhat pretty girlfriend. You want the real
rough comparison, but I'll go with it.
Yeah, go with it. So I'm saying, I think they may still do some trades. All of these old guys are on 1-year contracts, so they have flexibility.
Yep.
They just need some shooters. I think first game is an overreaction. Everybody think the Rockets suck.
1,000,000%.
It's just a lot of overreactions.
Do you believe that Josh Hart is a better overall player than Brandon Ingram?
No, not at all. That's why I said KCP. Just because I like saying KCP.
But I'm asking you about the two youngins.
No, I think Ingram and I think Kuzma and I think Ball are all I think they're all gonna have a rough time at the beginning figuring out how to play with LeBron. I think it's harder for young players than it is for older players to mesh in with LeBron. I thought he did better with that older unit.
I think, considering that he was coming off of an injury, one player that I actually like both of these teams to sign, even though he would not play immediately, was Boogie Cousins.
But okay,
because I feel like Portland is a good big man away, like a Boogie, who they could easily sign next offseason. Because I don't think he's going to price himself out from Golden State.
Correct.
I thought the Lakers should have gone after him because really their only 5 is JaVale McGee.
Yeah.
And then their other 5, arguably, is like a combination whenever they put out a lineup of Kyle Kuzma and LeBron James. If Boogie were to, when he were to come back fully healthy, a little bit later in the season, maybe December, January, February, that 3-month window, he would be a difference maker on this team because in my opinion, not only do they need shooting, mainly perimeter shooting, but they need another good quality big, which they do not have right now.
I think a lot of people believe that this year for the Lakers is just kind of your preseason, your training year, your AAA season,
right.
For LeBron. And next year will be the year that they should, make the proper moves that they need to make to compete for a championship.
And maybe they will, and we'll have to wait and see. But right now, they are starting 0-1. Again, if it wasn't for Nick Stauskas, a.k.a.
Stauskas still,
this would have been a closer game, and maybe they would have won. Do you know what you could get for $4.99? Maybe 1 pack of Skittles. You know what's better? A lot of content. So download the TYT app, available on iOS and Android.